Hey, my name is MystyMoon, and I am an integrative health coach for women. And my purpose is to help women heal physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And today we'll be talking about, I guess it's more of the spiritual aspect of healing. And it's a really sweet topic, and it's self love. All right, let's get into it. So, God is love, light is love, creativity is love, whatever makes you feel good is love, healing is love. And we need self love in order to be able to shift ourselves out of any darkness. And part of that self love, unconditional self love, is unconditional self acceptance. And that's really where it starts. So if you are not happy with your weight, and every time you look in the mirror, you're just like, ugh, gross, then you just perpetuate that behavior of kicking yourself when you're down, as opposed to looking at yourself in the mirror and you're like, you know what? I'm not happy with where my body is right now, but I'm going to do better today. I'm going to love myself back to health. And that's the mantra that I really want to encourage you to embody. If you're dealing with depression, you're dealing with fibroids, you're dealing with weight gain, or just any kind of situation in your life that you don't want to be in, the way to get yourself out of it is through self-love. And I know for me personally, that's when things really start to shift. Like for an example, the weight, because the weight's the first example that came up. So because of my depression, I had gained all this weight. I was like 163, 165 pounds at one point. And my belly had just, my inches were at what I think like 42 inches at one point. And so I invested in this exercise regimen called metabolic renewal that helps with the belly fat, but it's all about hormones. Anyway, long story short, when I work out here in my room, I have a mirror right here on the side of the wall. And so I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. For the first month of the regimen, whenever I'm working out, like I can feel my belly juggling, and I would just get like a side view of my body through the mirror. And immediately I'm just like, ugh, I'm just fucking disgusting. And whenever I would get and stand in the mirror to put lotion on me, like all I could look at immediately was just my flaws. And then one morning I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that anymore. How am I supposed to get better if I can't even accept myself for where I'm at? Because it's like this. It's like if you are only loving yourself for superficial reasons, then your love is superficial. Then you're never going to be able to feel satisfied with being with yourself. You're always chasing something that's external. Like, oh, I'm only going to love myself when my skin is clear. I'm not going to love myself when I have pimples. I'm only going to love myself when I'm at this particular weight. I'm only going to love myself when I have this kind of money. Like, imagine if you imagine being in relationships like that. Like, say if your significant other is only hot for you when you're a certain weight, or they're only hot for you when you have a certain amount of money in your account. You want your significant other to love you unconditionally no matter what. That's true foundational love. And you want to be the same way for yourself. You want to be able to be like, you know what? No matter what, I got you. Even if I, did something I shouldn't have done, I'm holding a grudge, or I cut somebody off, because I was just in my head, I still love you regardless. And when you can get to that place of just unconditional love, oh my God, I mean, so many doors open up for yourself, and you always feel safe with yourself. You always know that at the end of the day, if everybody else has failed you, you know that you have your own back. And there's something really beautiful and empowering about that. And you find that you are not so judgmental towards other people. You're not as triggered by other people, because when we get triggered by other people, it's because we see a reflection of ourselves in that person. Like for me with my husband, for an example, my sweet, beloved, handsome husband, I love him so much. When I was in a place of self-loathing, I found that I was a lot less patient with him. I would easily judge him. And it was because I wasn't loving myself, because I wasn't being patient with myself. And the moment that I really started implementing the self-love, oh my God, I still get triggered, don't get me wrong sometimes, but it even when I do get triggered, I'm able to bounce back a lot quicker. I'm not as judgmental. I have so much more compassion and patience for my husband than I've ever had before. And not even just with my husband, but just for people. Like even when I'm noticing when I'm driving, when I'm, I live in the Bay Area, and I find that when people are like speeding up behind me, like tailgating me, or if they cut me off, I'm just like, they're in a rush. They're somewhere that they got to get to. Where in the past I would take everything personal, but now like I have the self-love, I'm just at ease. I'm just grounded. And don't get me wrong, like I said, I still get triggered, but I'm able to navigate them a lot more effortlessly than I have in the past. And it also prevents me from going down into those deep, dark places because I'm aware of it and I love myself. So I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to be stressed. I don't want to wake up with all this heaviness in my heart. I want to feel good. I want to take care of myself. So I'm going to do whatever I can possibly do to keep that homeostasis, emotional homeostasis, that is. And so it even like, I notice it's a lot easier for me to make healthier choices. Like I got to be careful with my sugar. I have a sugar addict gene in me. And if I don't check it, it can get out of control. And so another example, her name is Phyllis at the San Leandro Farmers Market. If you live in San Leandro and you love sweets, Phyllis is the shit. She's got this like pecan pie that I just like, it's like gone before the night's over whenever I buy one of them. They're like little small pecan pies. But I had this dialogue with myself last night because my husband got me a pecan pie and I was a little stressed. So I found myself wanting to just consume it all. But I knew that if I eat the whole thing, I'm going to get a headache. I'm going to be lethargic. I'm going to be foggy and it's not worth it. Where in the past, I would say, fuck it. I'm just going to like be in my emotions and eat it. But now that I love myself and I care about myself, now I can have more healthier boundaries with myself as well. Like healthier boundaries with the pleasure, knowing when to say no, knowing when to say yes. So there's so much value that you get out of loving yourself. And I just feel called to share this example. Maybe someone that's watching this right now is dealing with weight. You are having a hard time losing weight. You're not happy with your body. I want to offer you an affirmation. I don't know where I got this from, but I know that it's hard if you are self-loathing to go from, I hate myself, I'm disgusted with my body, to, I love myself, I think I'm awesome. What I want to offer you is to go from you hate yourself to something neutral. So again, I just feel called to share this with someone who's dealing with weight gain. So if you are overweight, go from I hate myself to, or I hate my body, to I have a body. So that slowly starts to dissipate that negative charge and it makes it neutral. I mean, if you watched any of my videos in the past, I talk about, which I got from Aaron Dudley, about the emotional scale, how it's quantified, and all the hate, the jealousy, the fear, that's all on the bottom. And at the top, the more higher frequencies is love and enlightenment and joy. And right in the middle is neutrality. So again, when you become aware and start to neutralize a negative, that's a beautiful place to start. And then once you neutralize it, then you can continue to do the work to build yourself up to a more high vibration. So even if you're depressed, even if you like I said, weight was just what came up, you can go from something really negative to a neutral emotion. I hate my body. I have a body. I hate my life. I'm stupid. I'm everything that I do is wrong, to I'm alive. I'm here. I have a body. I have a mind. I can see. And then once that negative energy starts to dissipate by being in a neutral state, then you can start to build from there to I love myself. I love my body regardless. I have a great life. I trust in the process of life. There's a reason why I'm dealing with this oppression. There's a lesson to be learned from it. Just to give a few examples. So yeah, that's my short little share for today. Self-love. I just felt called to share that. And things that you can do for self-love, self-care, it could be small little things, like you can get yourself a nice little body cream and every other night massage your feet before you go to bed, or like when you put lotion on your body, really take your time and like really massage your forearms and your hands. Stand out in the sun, like take just 2-3 minutes just to breathe deeply. It can be really small little shifts that you can do to express your love for yourself. Buy yourself flowers, like I don't have any flowers right now, but When I go to the farmer's market, I, try to get into the habit of buying flowers for my room. I put plants in my room. That's why I have plants here, near my altar, because I love plants. It makes me feel good. I'm in this room, all day doing my Misty Moon wellness thing, so decorate your home, maybe wear some really nice jewelry, even though you're not going outside, just to make yourself feel good. You are all that you have. You're all that you have. So you want to feel safe in your body. There's no need to beat yourself up anymore. We need to get out of that paradigm. Find something about yourself that you love. If you're overweight, you're unhappy with your body, there is something about you that is extraordinary. You're smart, you're funny, you're geeky, you're into weird things, you have good taste in music, you love sunsets. Like, you can find something for you to hold on to help you build your inner love for yourself. So it doesn't really take much. So anyway, that's my share. I love you. I want you to love yourself. And that's another thing too. When you start loving yourself unconditionally, the love just spreads. There's even people out there that piss me off, that really disappointed me, but I love them. I send them love. So it just becomes contagious once you really tap into that well of self-love for yourself. All right. So if you are struggling with self-esteem, with weight, with depression, with any kind of imbalance, and you need some assistance, please hit me up. I offer 30-minute free consultations. We can have a conversation. I'll be more than happy to offer you a couple of tools to get you on the right track. And if you need more help, I also have a 3-month and even a 6-month coaching program. So reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to give you any assistance. And that's what I'm here for. Okay, so if you got any value from this video, please like and subscribe. Help me out. Help me build my purpose, my mission of what I'm doing, which is just trying to spread light. There's a lot of light workers out there that are doing different things about the Great Awakening and lifting up your vibration and quantum physics and laws of attraction. And my light work is helping women to create balance on a physical, mental, emotional, and a spiritual level. So that's what I'm here for. So if you have any kind of dissonance in your life, hit me up. Let me help you. Let me be of service. All right. So that's my rant. I love you. Have a wonderful day, evening, whenever you're watching this video, and I look forward to the next one. Until then, peace.